Okay, so yeah, we're back, and I'm gonna try and get all these stuff in the air now. Let me just remember what I've got on here. So yeah, and one of the things is, should really put in the rescue program in here. So let's do that quickly. This is a very short program, so it's not going to take very long. But it's just good to have this on. Let's just see. I wonder if I've got exactly the same program here. No, I don't. I mean, it's one of these. Yeah, I guess the one that I've written here is actually better. That's the problem. But there's no way to copy this over. I'm going to put this other one that I've got here anyway. I'm going to put it in here. Because, you know, it's always good to have. The more programs you've got, the more code you can read. And that is a good thing. Okay. Okay. And yeah, so I've got a line break, tilde up. So I'm gonna test this as well. All right. So it's a pretty cool program actually. So let me just she's bound to have loads in there. Yeah. All right. Let's just go up a bit. Don't really need to go that high. Let's just cause some problems. Let's have a look. See what happens. Perfect. And then it returns with that. Yeah, so that's definitely worth having because that is it's very succinct, but it's very good. So the next thing that I need to think about, so yeah, basically what I need to think about here is I've got these four, and I want to position these four directly the same, but very, very high up. Okay. So there's two values that we need to be looking at. We need to be looking at the value in the for loop, and we also need to be looking at the value in the startup figure, because basically the startup, which actually says what which is actually going to express what the GPS coordinates are, is going to be one higher than the value in the for loop, because that's where the computer is going to be. So basically, yeah. All right. And the top, we don't want the top being any more than 252, but we need to make sure that we've got all the X and the Z stuff correct. All right. So what is going on here then? This is the one I did last time, I believe. And that is in the right place. So if I stand on top of this, the Y might be wrong. But we've got minus... This is always annoying. It looks like 223, minus 580 and minus 223. So in startup, we should have minus 580 and... Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, this is wrong, isn't it? I didn't mean to start. In fact, because of what I remembered from last time, that doesn't make any difference what I just did. That startup file still not exist. Minus 580, minus 223, good. So we want this Y figure to be 252. Okay. So the Y figure is going to be 252. So we're going to quit that quickly, and then we're going to go to the startup. So we're going to need to make sure that this figure is correct. So this is going to be 252. 252, okay. So that's 252 there. And that's that. Now what's going to happen if we go back to this one, what's going on here? Alright, that's cool. We need to go into the launch file, don't we? Because the launch file, SkyTest and the rescue file are in some ways similar, the rescue being slightly simplified, SkyTest being more complex. But the launch file is actually going to be what actually places it, because we've got all those turtle commands to move around and actually place the modem by the turtle. Yeah. So if we go into launch, well, we will go into it, but first of all, right, so the first thing we're going to do is just grab this. And this has been set correctly to 252, and the other coordinates are correct. So all the coordinates here are going to be correct. So if we look at what the Y position is here, we need to get the starting Y position, and we know the finishing Y position is going to be 251. So right, so this, I believe, if my feet are at 71.8, wow. So my feet are at 71. So this must be, this whole block must cover the range from 71.0 to 71.9. So this must be at 71, this block. So that's where I start it. And then we're going to end it at 251. Right. You see, I've got multiple ones of the mining tail, so it must be, I get the feeling if I break this. Alright. I'm just going to look through this just in case this all breaks, so I can put it back in again. Because this, I should really just look through all of them very quickly. So we've got launch, sky test, and wall. Here's wall. Well, that's not too much. Do I have anything there? No. Alright, it should be alright. And that, the rest of that is just random crap. And I've already done that function a million times. It is a bit, and sky test. Okay. Alright. So what should happen is I should be able to just break this, because what I'm thinking of doing is just actually doing them all at the same time, which is going to make things much, much better to do. Alright. So what is this tail? Builder. Alright. So GPS 1 is going in here. Right? Yeah, that's the console. The GPS 1 is what I've already set. But wait a minute. 525. Oh, bollocks. Alright. Why am I doing like this? I have no idea. So this is good to go. got the thing which I've already done properly. I'm going to watch this one because this is going to be at least, I mean, I've got this now, so I could do the other three, and I could do the other three pretty easily. So let's do that. All right, let's just get up there. All right, and I'll go back a bit as well, just touch back. All right, I'll just wait till it comes up now so I can actually see what's happening. All right, so this should be all right though. And because obviously I've actually worked out how this thing with the creative mode works, it means I'm going to be able to basically do multiple, I'll be able to create multiple instances of each turtle, which help increase, productivity. And funnily enough, in a sense, it's almost like it's well, we're not through this yet, not by any stretch. No, by being at the top though, it should. We'll see. Okay, that's on. 580 252 minus 223. So what was that again? 580. It doesn't look like it's there though. 580. Yeah, 580. Fair enough. 254. It looks like 254 on the Y there. That's the problem. So this is quite annoying actually, because it would be better if it was exactly accurate. So I'm happy to say that this block, well, if my feet are at 580.4, see, this is the annoying thing, because my feet should be literally at 580 because my feet are on the ground. So is this the base for my feet? Well, I guess if we just take this figure to be correct, I'm not going to be a huge amount out. It's going to be accurate. I mean, it'll be accurate. I mean, in a sense, it'll be accurate than, a normal GPS system. So yeah, let's just put these numbers. Let's just put these numbers in, because even though it's not quite perfect, and it's at least one out on probably the Y and Z, if not everything else, it's not too bad. So if we say that this is going to be minus 580, 252, minus 223, and this is what's going to go in the startup, yeah. So that's going to be the top one. That's going to be the top one, which is GPS 1. Now, if we look at GPS 2 now, GPS 2 is going to be directly underneath. So it's going to be minus 580. We'll say a few blocks underneath. 247 minus 223. Okay. And then of course, we'll have to put 246 in there for the in the other program. So yeah, let's just go on down. And that's just, nothing really interesting has really happened there. So let me just check the label's correct here. Yeah. All right. So like I said before, we have to edit the startup to reflect what we're doing here. So we're gonna, we're gonna get more accurate. I mean, at least to get more accurate. I mean, it's something. But we have to obviously edit all these because it's going to be miles in the air. So we said we had to do 247 here, and And another thing that we can tell is that all the Y coordinates for both GPS 3 and GPS 4 are 247. And of course, so that's going to be 247 here, which is fine. Then we're going to put the we'll just put a builder on top here. So let's try and do all these right now. Actually, check that's the correct one. It is. So we're going to put this right on top here. So the startup is fine for that. And yeah, I was facing this way in all of them, so I'm just going to face this way in all of them. So at least it will be some consistency here. So there's GPS 2. GPS 2 is going to go there. The wireless modem is going to go there. Okay, good. We're going to need to check on the fuel level. Again, it's 525. It is actually going to be okay with that, but I'm going to put another. What happens if you do this again? Yeah, it just works fine. So that's an even easier way of doing it. But anyway, so yeah, I've just put that one above where it actually was anyway. So I've set the GPS level. Then we need to go to the directory here, and luckily because of that thing with it, you know, replicating. So we set it for 247 there. Now, because the computer is going to be below, we're going to have to set this to 246. Okay. Then we're going to move on to the next point, and we're going to put a builder body on top. Sorry, that's not what it's called. We're going to put a builder on top here. The fuck? Oh dear. Oh, this is annoying. Yeah, this one's GPS 3. GPS 3 in here. GPS 2 in there. Alright, GPS 2 in there. GPS 3 in here. But I didn't set GPS 3 correctly, did I? Bollocks. Oh man. So it's going to be along the same plane here, isn't it? Alright. So what is this going to be? It's going to be right up here. 574. That's 580. This one's 580. That's 579. That's 578. That's 576. That's 575. 574. 573. 572. Well, how is that the case? 580 is there. 579. 578. 577. 576. 575. 574. 573. 573. I'm going to put 573. Oh yeah, that's what I put it in anyway. Well, at least we know this is 247. And that is going to be 223 as well. Ooh, I'm really fucking this up, aren't I? I mean, and it's pretty hard to fuck up, to be honest, because this is very fucking simple. So put one of those in there. Edit launch here. No, that's fine. Probably why you should do them one at a time, really. And what's this going to be? So that was 223. And we have 222, 221, 220, 219, 218, 217. Should I try 216 on this? Yeah, I think I'll try 216 on it. Oh, I've got it already. Alright, well I still need to change the other value. Oh shit. Please don't tell me it created it. Alright, let's... alright. I think fuck this is the same in everyone. Okay. Oh, and I've realised. Oh, that's another fucking advance in functionality, isn't it? In that this is going to dynamically change, even if it's already been created, right? Yeah. Well, I've probably missed something. That's 2. Final checks. Time for launch. You know what? Even the lowest one's got 525. So if it doesn't make it back, it will be like very close to making it back. In fact, it will make it. It'll be fine. Let's go. Where did it go, this one? Alright, let's just stay here. Alright then, so yeah, I think I'm going to end the video here. Yeah. Hopefully this will be alright. Problem is that's not the right angle. Yeah, that's directly on top, isn't it? Yep. Otherwise I'll be able to see it if I shifted at least. Oh, I can see it. It is? No, I'm pretty sure it is directly on top though. So this one is saying minus 580, 252, minus 223. Basically, it's not particularly accurate, but it could be a lot less accurate. This one should say similar stuff. Minus 580, 247. Oh wow, that looks completely off. Minus that 580, 247. Oh no, it doesn't. What am I talking about? Mine's 573247. Well, it's a bit off. All right though. Mine's 580247. Mine's just, yeah. Well, like I say, so well, at least that's. I mean, at least that is a GPS array, which is working and fairly accurate. Yeah, I really would. I'm really another time. I'm gonna have to do this again and get it much more accurate than this. I'm just trying to tell if that is on the same plane there, because that is kind of annoying me, and it's very hard to tell if that is the case. Can I just place it? You're not going to let me place it, are you? Let me just try and approach it from. I don't think that is on the same plane. It's impossible to approach directly from. No, it is. It is. I think it is actually. Well, of course it is. I started it from the same place. All right. So that is that. And next time, it's time to move on. And all these builders made it back to the surface anyway. That's good. Thanks for watching.